Welcome back to the channel, everyone. I know it's been about a week and a half, 2 weeks before I put up a video. It's your first time watching, welcome. Wish I was making this video under better circumstances, but figured I'd get the news out there. So there's some Americans that were targeted in the Cayo District. Home invasion. Now you guys, if you guys have watched my channel before, I still say that Belize is safe. You know, it's just like anywhere else. You're going to have crime. You're going to have any other crime that you would in any other country. It's just, in my opinion, here in Belize, it is dramatically less than anywhere else that I've ever lived in my life. You know, I always say that you need to be proactive when it comes to protecting yourself, your property, and your family. Family is everything. So, you know, I always say that you need to be proactive about things like that. So let's go ahead and take a look at these two clips that I got for you first. Like I said, this is a older American couple that's in their 70s. They've been targeted twice here in the Cayo District in less than 30 days of home invasion. So go ahead and let's go ahead and take a look at these two clips that I got, and then we'll get back to the video. All right, so as you can see from the two clips, some American retirees that are in their 70s have been targeted twice, a home invasion in the Mountain Pine Ridge area, which, you know, first off, that area, to see something like that, that's really uncommon. In my opinion, that's really uncommon to see something like that in that area. You got Mountain Pine Ridge is a really tight-knit community. Number two, for it to happen twice within a month, that's just absolutely crazy. You know, and then on this last one, to take both of the vehicles, and one of those vehicles being a 2021 red Jeep Gladiator. Now, if you've never been to Belize, or if you're in Belize, You probably agree with me that a red 2021 Jeep Gladiator is going to stick out like a sore thumb. So, man, these guys got balls to, you know, not only do a home invasion, but to drive off in a vehicle that, if you ask me, could have been spotted at any checkpoint along the way by anybody who was out, anybody on their porch. That vehicle would just stick out like a sore thumb. So thankfully they were not hurt, and it was just material possessions that were taken. You can always replace material things. Your life isn't worth anything. You know, I've always said, if it comes right down to it, even me, you can have it because it's not worth my life. That being said, one of the main reasons why I wanted to make this video is because if you're an expat already in Belize, if you're living out in the country, or if you're going to be coming to Belize as an expat and you're going to be living in an area that is out in the country, if you're going to have some property, then you really need to be proactive about your safety. I can tell you the first thing that I would do is dogs. Most people that live here in the country have dogs. The dogs are going to alert you day or night if anybody's coming near or around your property. A lot of people will see that when you go to Belize, a lot of these dogs are tied up on these people's properties. Let me tell you what, a dog tied up is of no use. Once again, this is just my opinion, but if somebody comes on your property and your dog is tied to a tree, besides barking, what is that dog going to do? Absolutely nothing. That dog is there to protect you, to protect your life, to protect its family, and to protect its property. So that would bring me to number two, is to make sure that you have some kind of fencing on your property to where you can let your dogs loose. For instance, me, my dogs are loose 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, whether I'm on my property or I'm not. My dogs are there all the time, and anybody that knows me that comes out to my property, number one, they can't just walk up onto my property because it's entirely fenced. But number two, they'll stand back because my dogs, they do their job. So until they know that I come out of the house or I stop working or doing whatever it is that I'm doing, to realize that they've let me know that somebody's there, and I come out to see who it is. And even at that point, I always put my dogs up. I don't ever let my dogs get too friendly with anybody. My dogs are there for a reason. My dogs are there to alert me of somebody who's not supposed to be there and to protect my life. So if you're coming here or if you're already here, I would definitely recommend getting dogs and keeping your property fenced. Those are two big things. Number one, it's a really good deterrent. Number two, anybody that's thinking about causing you harm or coming onto your property uninvited is going to have to go through an extra hoop. I would also get to know the neighbors that are directly in your area. You don't have to become best friends, but just get to know them. Let them know who you are, where you live. Now, I'm not saying to let them know when you're going to be there or when you're not going to be there, because I don't think that's smart either, but just get to know them, because if something happens, it's always good. For instance, in this case where their cell phones were taken, it's always good to have somewhere to go to make sure that you can call to get help. Another good thing is all the entrance and exits to where you're going to be. It's a good thing to know each and every one of those. So if something does happen, you can at least put the word out there, and people that live on those streets or in those areas can keep an eye out. Security systems. I've done videos where people have seen my security cameras behind me in the videos, and you know, I've had nasty comments about, you know, why do you have so many cameras on your property? Are you afraid? Having security cameras has nothing to do with being afraid. Having security cameras, again, it is a deterrent. If you see security cameras, you realize that there's recording 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So that is just another deterrent. Like I said, these are all things just to be proactive. And I did the same thing when I was in the States. It's no different here in Belize. I did the same exact thing to protect my property when I was in the States. But there's also an old saying though, and I truly believe in this. If somebody wants what you have bad enough, it doesn't matter if you have your stuff in Fort Knox, they're gonna get it. So if somebody does happen to enter your personal space, it's not worth your life. Whatever it is, give it up. Things and money can always be replaced. Your life cannot. But that doesn't mean that you should make yourself an easy target. You know, keeping large amount of cash in your house, lots of jewelry in your house, things like that. And if you do, you should never let anybody in your house, and you should never tell anybody about what you have in your house. 9 times out of 10, almost every burglary and home invasion is going to be an inside job. It's going to be somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody that knows what you had in your property, that knows what you had in your house. So, yeah, American expats just trying to live out their 70s here in Belize and relax. Targeted twice by home invaders. But like I said, at the end of the day, they came out with their lives, which is great. They have another chance to be a little bit more proactive, and they get another day. And it sucks because, you know, things like that can really run people off. And why people would want to target the expat / tourism industry, which is the heartbeat of Belize, makes no sense to me, because if too much of this starts to happen, people are either going to push back and it's not going to end well, or people are going to start leaving in droves and it's not going to end well. So hopefully the powers that be are on this. They're working really hard. They got some tips. They need to get on it and figure out what they can figure out to put it into home invasions in Cayo, Belize. So be careful of your surroundings. Stay proactive. I'm telling you, if you're here or if you're coming here and you're going to be living out in the middle of nowhere like this, get yourself some dogs. And I don't mean dogs that are just going to sit there and lick pots. I mean dogs that you have trained, and when push comes to shove, that dog is going to protect you with its life. That's what I mean by dogs. Absolutely. So hopefully you guys got something out of this video. Stay blessed. Stay safe. Be proactive in everything you do in life. Bad things happen everywhere, but I figured I'd bring you this information so you knew firsthand for yourself. And like I said, this is a really uncommon, isolated incident. So hopefully they're able to wrap this up quick and get Cayo back to feeling how it should. So, all right, everybody, take care. I got more videos coming your way. Sorry, it's been a while. I had a root canal done here, so I didn't feel like doing a video for about a week, but I'm gonna have a video coming up on that shortly about dental experience here in Belize. So, all right, everyone, take care.